Hey guys, Steve here from Bloom Audio. Today we're going to talk about the all-new HiFiMAN HE-R10. We've got the planar version here. There's a dynamic version also. We're not going to cover that one today. So what we've got is HiFiMAN's first flagship level closed back headphone. So if you've seen this, the design, there's some extra space here in the ear cups. And what that's supposed to do is give you some open back characteristics in a closed back headphone. And they're pretty cool. So the band is a little bit different than you might be used to if you've had an Aria, HE-1000, or Susvara, any of those have a slightly different band or significantly different band. Where this has a different sort of padded band, the different sort of adjustment on it. These are significantly lighter than you might expect, thinking we got big wood cups are gonna make for heavy headphones. And I'm wondering if the band is part of that, one of the choices they made to get the weight down on these. They're really comfortable. Weights, like I said, since they're lightweight, the ear pads are pretty nice, fit pretty good. So if you've been following anything, online, the announcements and other things around these, some of the impressions, they're inspired by the Sony MDR R10, which used a really similar shape on the ear cups. Again, and this was in like 1989, that were designed to do the same thing, give you something more like an open back response in a closed back headphone. And this is HiFiMAN's take on this in 2020. So let's talk about the sound and other things. So the sound is generally neutral. There's a little bit of mid-bass emphasis and maybe a little more treble roll-off than we're used to on HiFiMAN's headphones. So they feel a little darker than the Susvara or HE-1000. So the big question here is this design working? Do these feel any more like an open back headphone than most closed back headphones do? And I think the answer is yes, it largely does. So there are still some of that closed back characteristic to the low mids and bass, but the bass in general feels more open. It feels like it can breathe a little bit more than you're used to on closed back headphones. And there's a better balance between the sense of space and the bass performance than I've heard on other closed back headphones. So the package you get with these is really nice. You get one of these classic HiFiMAN boxes for the headphones. It also includes a pretty classy looking owner's guide. You can sort of put that on your coffee table. The owner's guide has some high quality photography. It's got a little bit of HiFiMAN history and a whole bunch of other stuff like that. You got a picture of founder and CEO Dr. Fang over here. So it's a nice little book. You get 3 cables. So you get balanced XLR, obviously pretty important on a top of the line flagship headphone. You've got your standard 6.3 millimeter. Some of us still call these 1/4 inch if we're coming from live sound and other things, and a 3.5 millimeter mini. So if you've noticed, these headphone cables, in terms of the design, is a little bit of an improvement from some of the other HiFiMAN cables. I like the look and feel of these better. However, they switched up the design. It's a single connector now. So on here, you just plug in and you've got one plug into the left ear cup. Now, part of this design, I believe, was done because this is also designed to work with their wireless Bluetooth adapter that they also use with the Diva wireless headphones. So that this is designed to work with that. You can see, if you look at the shape closely, how that's contoured for that. So that's probably part of the reason for this shift in design for this. But so it does mean you're not going to be able to use, if you had bought premium cables to go with your Susvara or other things, you've gotten upgrade cables, they're not going to work with the HE-R10P. So now cable makers have a new one to make for HiFiMAN. But altogether, this is great headphone, great package. The detail in the sound, and just spent some time listening to them. All of those other characteristics that go into a flagship $5,500 headphone, it's all there. Overall, these are really great sounding and performing headphones, and the closed back design adds a new dimension to HiFiMAN's headphone lineup. So thanks for watching. We'll be back soon with more impressions, reviews, and other things for Hi-Fi personal audio.